Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our top team meeting. So this is the March meeting. We do hold these meetings as much as we can. We hold them on the first, what day is it today? First Thursday of every month. All right, so get that as a regular date in your diary. First Thursday of every month, we'll have a top team meeting. And that really is a bit of a roundup and sort of celebration of everything that's happened in February, making a bit of plan for March. And what we do is we hear from some of the movers and shakers, some of the people who have done, had a really good February, because basically we want to know what they were doing. We want to know all about how they've done that. And if this is your first meeting and you're new to the team, then a huge warm welcome and really thank you for joining us. You're in for a real ride. My name's Celia. I've been in the business now for 14 years, but I have to say, super excited at the moment, more excited than I've ever been, and I've always been quite excited. So everyone keeps telling me to calm down, but I'm not calming down because it's very, very exciting at the moment. So, if you're just joining, or even Ali's here, hasn't even joined yet, you are in for the time of your life. If you follow the system, stay close to us, come on as many meetings and trainings and all of that as you possibly can, and be prepared to step a little bit outside your comfort zone. That's how I'm going to open this evening, because it's outside your comfort zone that the magic happens. And I did a fast start. In fact, I've done 2 fast starts today with people. And I know that the very first step sometimes are going to talk to someone and ask them to look at a presentation or whatever can seem daunting. But once you realize what we can offer people, you will want to go and share it with everybody you know. All right. So if you're new here tonight, if you are new, just hello, wave at us, say hello. It's a bit difficult when we've got so many people on the screen. Megan's here, Megan's first meeting tonight. Hi, Aniko. Aniko joined today, like an hour ago or something. Ali's not joined yet, but he's here. So it's really lovely to see you all. Well done for coming along. A bit of just sort of quick news really about what's coming up in terms of the company. So we've had this amazing boost payment that was £200 off our homeowners' bills if they took 3 services. That was only for a very short time. In fact, when it first came out in November, there was sort of rumours it was only going to go on till the end of November and then the end of December. But we've had such an amazing couple of months. Huge customer numbers, more than we've ever had before. So they've actually taken the decision to extend that right to the end of this year, which is a massive investment from the company. It's slightly less than it was. So for 2 services now, if a homeowner signs up for 2 services, they get £75 off their second bill. If they take 3 services, they get £150 off their second bill. But, you're giving people free money. Who likes free money? Of course, everyone does, right? So, it's going to be a really good way of attracting more customers. Very quick bit of very boring stuff, but we're just going to cover it now. All telecoms companies are putting their prices up in April. A lot of them are going up 17%. Okay, so a big step up. Companies like, I shouldn't mention the opposition, but I will, BT, Talk Plus, Net, companies like that are putting their prices up quite a lot. We are not putting our prices up for anyone that's already in contract. For our new customers, we're keeping the prices as they are on the system today, which is really cheap. And even for our existing customers, they are going up a little bit because we can't help that. The wholesale prices are going up, but I think it's around 5 or 6% compared to 17% with everyone else. So that's going to make us even more competitive, which is very exciting. And there's some simpler pricing on energy coming soon. Just look out for that on the portal, because it's happening next week, and I'm not going to go into that because it doesn't matter. We've got the best, cheapest energy in the country. It'll still be the cheapest next week. We've got a great cashback card and a great offering. So this is all about us getting out there and sharing it with as many people as we can. Right, I don't want to talk too much tonight. I've got a few events and things to talk about at the end, but it's more important tonight to hear from some of the people that have been doing really well. Now, recognition now for our team, it's just so big, I can't even call everybody out, because literally I'd be here for 3 hours. It'd be like the Oscars. So apologies to some of you that you won't necessarily get a mention, but I do just want to say that we had, as a team, we had 89 new partners join us in February, which is pretty incredible if you think about that. And between everybody, we brought in just under 250 new customers. So really well done to everybody in February who got started, joined, signed up a customer, introduced a partner, whatever. It's absolutely brilliant. So really, really well done. We had about 39 promotions to qualified distributor. So that's pretty good if you think about it. So sort of, if you're looking at it roughly, about half the people, about half the numbers that came in have got to qualified distributor. So if you're brand new, qualified distributor is getting your first 3 customers, all right? And that's when you start to receive the residual income. So can we just give a round of applause to everybody? And if you are on here and you joined and you got to just qualified distributor in that first month, then absolutely fantastic and well done. We are going to just hear from one person who, so I'm going to break this up and we're going to come to a few people as we go along. So it's not just me talking about lots of names. So we have a lady on here called Michelle. I know she's here because she just asked me a question. So she's no good hiding now. Michelle, where are you? There you are. She's ready. Right, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. So the reason I've picked on Michelle to speak to us this evening is A, because she's doing absolutely awesome in the business, but B, because she told me that she hadn't found it all plain sailing. And about halfway through her first month, she had a bit of a wobble and a bit of a loss of confidence and all of that, which is really, really normal. So I thought it would be great. So Michelle, you joined on the 20th of January.
Yep.
And as of today, you are qualified distributor star. So you've got partners, you've already introduced a few partners, you're on it. Just explain your background and what's happened since you joined. Just tell us.
Okay, so I guess my story is I worked in the same company for like 26 years and needed a break, needed to go backwards and forwards with my mum to Jamaica. And obviously I couldn't get that kind of time off with my work. So I packed it in. And for the last 5.5 years, that's what I've done. And so I needed something to give me a little bit of extra income. And while I thought about whether I need to go back to work or not at this stage. Anyways, I found Utility Warehouse through a job app, actually. So it was Liz, I think via Liz's. And I joined up, became a customer, and thought, great, I'm going to give this a shot. So I started to give it a shot, signed up my mom, signed up someone else. And then, I don't know, I think I set up a few appointments and they kind of cancelled on me, kept cancelling on me. And I was like, oh, this is a little bit, just started to get a little bit despondent a little bit. So I didn't do anything for about a week. And then I just went, what are you doing? Don't be silly. And I kind of gave myself a smack and said, no, dust yourself off, get back out there. And I did. And literally after saying that to myself, I became QD star. And it's just onwards and upwards at the moment, really. I signed somebody up today, who took 4 services. Wow. I've literally just come from across the road with a neighbour, and she said to me, she's a pay-as-you-go. She doesn't like being pay-as-you-go. If she can be direct debit, she's switching. I've messaged her to say she can, and she said, right, where do I sign? So when I finish this, I'm going to go and talk to her.
Fantastic. Michelle, we don't very often talk about money, and I know you've had a mixture of customers and you might not even know the answer to this, but do you know roughly what you've earned in the last, with the sort of 7 customers you signed up so far, and your bonus? Do you know how much it is?
I don't know. Let me think. 3, I know, just under 1,000 maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought it was about that. So well done, you. That's.
No, I've got a mixture of tenants and homeowner.
Yeah.
But I'm not even watching what they do, what they are. I think for me, it's more important to build up a team and just get the confidence going as to what I need to do.
Fantastic. That's a really, really good attitude. And I think that's really important, actually, because, you know, the money will follow, won't it, if you focus on the activity. If you just really focus on getting the presentation in front of people, you know, getting some customers on board, getting some team members on board, then the money's going to follow anyway. But, you know, £1,000 part-time in your first month, working it around when you want to work is cool, actually. So,
and 2 boxes of chocolates.
2 boxes of chocolate. Hey, don't forget the chocolate.
And a pizza.
And a pizza, my goodness. See, she's on it already. No, big round of applause to Michelle. She's absolutely brilliant. Really lovely working with her. So well done. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. Oh, Jane's just said, can we let her in, please? Where's my co-host? Val, are you on the case here? Oh, there's loads of people in the waiting room, is there? Or not? Oh no, it's only Jane. It's all right. I didn't see her either. She sneaked out and now she's sneaking back in. That's fine. Actually, there are a couple in there. Sorry. Right, let's just get everybody in for the waiting room. Okay, brilliant. Yes, Jane does need to be here because she's quite instrumental in the next part. So we do.
Right, I'm back.
She's back. Jane, I'd have been like, where's she gone? Okay, so well done, Michelle. That's brilliant. And as I said, well done to everyone as well who's got to qualified distributor. And also qualified distributor star and senior qualified distributor, because, you know, that's a really key way of getting some more money in your bank, getting those early promotions. So that's brilliant. Okay, so we had in February, we also had 6 people that qualified to future team leader. So that's really, really cool. So future team leader is when you've got 6 personal customers, 2 people in your team, and one of those is at least a qualified distributor. So that's 3 customers and 25 customers between you. All right. So for the new people, that's what future team leader is. So well done. I don't know if who's on here. Sorry, I can't see everybody because I only see one screen, but we've got Marv, Ben and Claire, Oleo Sibikan, OJ, I think we're going to speak. Oh no, that's you, 20 plus, sorry. Laura, well done, Laura. Oleg Benga and Tenny. So big round of applause to everybody that got to future team leader in February. That's absolutely fantastic. And Oggy Chukwu, sorry, was 20 plus as well. So 20 plus customers. So the significance with 20 plus is that you are locked in then with all the telecoms from you and your team. So once you've got to 20 plus, even if you do nothing, you're still going to get paid that residual income on all of the telecom part of you and your team. So that's fantastic. Right. So I am now going to hand over. We're going to hear from some more people later as well, but I'm going to hand over now to Jane, because we had 5 team leader promotions in February, which is absolutely incredible. And all of them were in Jane's team. So actually, before we go there, can we give Jane and her team a massive round of applause for being top of the leaderboard again today on the company leaderboard. So absolutely brilliant, Jane. I didn't have time to message you. I've been running around like a blue ass fly today. But absolutely fantastic. Well done. Top in one category and second and third, and you were, you know, up there in all of them again. So in all 4 categories. So really, really well done. So Jane, over to you. I think you might have seen who's here and who isn't here, but we had the 5 team leader promotions. So do you just want to talk us through those 5 and then have a quick chat with who's here? Can you see who's here?
I think I can see through. I can see Magda, OJ, and AO.
That's fine. So yeah, just go for it. Let's hear from those 3 then. So
but yeah, incredibly, 5 team leaders in February was amazing. Yeah, and we're just going to have a chat with all of them to see, especially like they've got different reasons of how they got there, different time frames, and just some tips of what they're doing and how they're reaching out to people and that sort of thing. I think I'm going to start with Magda, because she actually left, didn't you, Magda? And then came back. Rob talked her into coming back. So yeah, why don't you say what you've been up to since you came back?
Okay, so hi everyone.
Hello.
Hi. So I joined in 2020 and as a student, but so you know, like as a student, you're always looking for some extra income. So when my upline actually worked with my husband, so he was trying to get my husband as a customer, but then I heard the partner bit. I was like, sign me up, you know, like, and then I signed up. As a customer as well. And that was in 2020, but with school and everything, it got so busy. But I think I signed up in October. My first month of November, I got my cousin. He signed up and he's actually remained a customer for 2 years now. It's funny, but he's a doctor, so he's just stayed with UW. And then I signed up my colleagues and I just became qualified distributor then. And that was it. I just didn't do nothing again, but I just need to give credit to whom credit is due here, because Rob just kept checking on me, sending me messages, sending me updates. I'm like, oh, God, leave me alone. but he just kept on it, like, how are you? How is school? See what's going on in UW. You want to pick up on this? And just to be honest, way back in 2020, it was a bit difficult to get people to leave their services and come join you. So they were like, ugh. But then I just kept talking to people and just like planting the seeds, but not really active. And then I fast forward to 2022. Weird. In December, we're just like cleaning the house for Christmas, arranging the Christmas tree. And I do have this box of flyers. You know, like when you sign up, you qualify, you receive this big box of flyers, banners, pins, stuff like that to distribute to your customers. And I've never used it, never opened that box, but I do know what's inside, lovely things. And then I was holding the box this way, and I was like, I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to post it to Jane. And I've not told her that. I was like, I'm going to post this to Jane. I'm not going to recycle this. I'm going to post it to Jane. I'll send it to Rob because it'll be useful for somebody. And I was just standing there, and it was like, God told me don't do that. I was like, okay. So I just dropped it under my work table. And the next thing, by December, my team people just went crazy. They just started working. I was like, okay, what's going on? And what's happening here? Like, what's going on? I'm like, okay, something is actually happening. I'm not going to miss this opportunity. And I just washed my face and came back on and started calling back everyone else. Like, I started speaking to everybody again, afresh. And like, are you still doing that thing? I'm like, yeah, you know, and I started talking to new people. And I concentrated really on people that I know are like powerhouses, you know, like, so I spoke to one of my friend in Scotland. She's supposed to be here, I don't know if she is. I spoke to just some serious people and say, listen, UW can save you money and you can also make money. They're like, well, I'm like, let's talk about your bills. So specifically, I was like, bring your bills. I'm challenging you to bring your bills right now. So it was more of, let's look at this one for one, like, let's compare. And they were like, you never told me about this. I'm like, seriously? Yeah, you never told me about UW being so cheap. And that was it. Like, I give kudos to my team members because everyone it was like we just resurrected. And don't get me wrong, you do have your one here, but it took me 2 years. So from December to January, in December, I was promoted to FCL. I was like, what's the meaning of that? I never knew nothing about it. I just received this badge and Rob called me, you've left. I'm like, I didn't leave. He said, no, you left because they couldn't take payment. I'm like, no, I never left. I just kept paying that money every month. It was in one of my accounts and I left it because I didn't want to fail or leave or anything. He said, no, it was, but you know what? I called customer service and we sorted it out. So in a way, I never left. But when I wanted to leave, which was to make it official, I didn't. So between December and January, something exploded. And yeah, we are today. So thank you to my great team.
Brilliant. Thank you, Magda.
Thank you, Magda.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, anybody that thinks they don't have time, all right, Magda finished a PhD, has children, and got to team leader. Okay, so you have time. Everybody has time. Right, so we're going to AO now. Where's AO? Hi, AO. Right, so AO was a referral from a customer of mine, and we sort of having a chat about being a customer, and then I just heard something in his voice. I just wanted him to be a partner. So over to you, AO, because you got to team leader as well, didn't you?
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, my name is AO. I joined UW in October 2022. That was last year, October 26th to be precise. I only intend joining as a customer, probably to move my bill because I just moved to Leeds. I relocated from Wales to Leeds, from Cardiff to Leeds, and I felt like I need a supplier that could helped me reduce my bill just as I had. So a friend of mine gave me Jane's number, and I contacted her. My intention was just to do my bill and just leave. But she introduced, she just mentioned the word, do you like to make extra income? And who doesn't like extra income? I said, yes, I like making it. How do I go about it? And she told me, oh, it's just a £10, and these are the things you need to do. And since I have a background in sales and I've done it very well before, and I know when I say a product that has benefits, it's very easy to sell. And part of the strategies I've been using since all this way is I allow the products, UW product, to put people to me. I don't push it to them. Because when you push product to people, they tend to doubt it. But what I do is to sell the benefits of the product, sell it to them, and leave them to decide if they are coming or not. I can say it as of today, I don't really do much of the sales I've been doing back last year, late last year. Today now, what I do is what I've been doing before, what I've done before, is the one pulling the customer down to me now. Referral from the person that I've introduced to, they 10 referring others to me. So I don't really do much anymore than to just use another strategy that I've been using is to use the social media space. Any group I find myself, I pull UWs, talked about UW on that group. I have a small note like that it's very easy. I munched it. It's just the advert I did that I posted on one of my status. I munch it. So it's very easy for me. I pull it off from my phone and just place it on whichever group I found myself. And from there, people started calling, and here I am today, team leader in less than how many months?
How many, sorry, I'm butting in, Jane, sorry, but I just want to reiterate that really, because you joined on the end of October. We're now only beginning of March, team leader, and how many personal customers have you got?
I've got 30 personal customers. 30
personal customers. That's pretty, it's pretty good going. Yeah. So absolutely brilliant. Well done. We love having you in the team. Absolutely awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your help with me this week as well. You've been amazing.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
And he's great at supporting his team as well. He's got a big team growing as well. So yeah, incredible. Well done, AO. Right, so where's OJ? Where is she? She was here. Where has she gone?
Probably run away.
I'm here.
Right. Oh, there you are. Hi, AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Hi.
Right, so yeah, you've got the team leader as well. So I remember the first time I met OJ, I was supporting somebody signing her up, and we were halfway through an appointment, and the fire alarm went off. So we had to carry on another day. But yeah, she joined the business. Now you're team leader. So where are you? Where are you finding your customers, and who are you talking to?
Oh, well, I'm in Nigeria, and we have a very strong community here. And I talk to a lot of my people, my friends. There's nobody, my colleagues, there's nobody I meet that I don't tell about UW. I tell almost everybody. It's just a good news that I spread around. I tell everybody about UW. And like Ayo said, I tell them about the benefits. I ask them, are you happy with your bill? What's your bill like? And then I show them mine. And it's unbelievable, just showing them that and letting them know that they can save as high as 50 to 100 pounds a month on their bill has been the driving force for me, So, and UW services are services that everybody needs, and it's so easy to sell. It's not like perfume or like drugs that's just for a particular demographic. It's for everybody pays bills, and everybody needs to save money, and everybody needs to make extra money. So it's very easy selling UW. For me, it's been very easy selling UW. And so that's it. I joined October, and I took it seriously from November because I had just relocated to the UK in September. So I was still trying to find my feet, understand. And I took it seriously in November, and February it became TL and also telephony,
That's amazing as well. Sorry, I'm butting in again, but I have to because I'm just incredible. So you moved to the UK, moved here in September, joined us in October, and you're team leader already. And There's people I know, like including me, that still don't speak to some of the people that we know on our list, and we've lived all our lives and we know loads of people. We've got no excuse, guys, have we, when we speak to someone like OJ and hear from her. That's incredible. Brilliant. Well done. Absolutely well
Thank
done.
you. Thanks.
And of course, great support from Jane and Danielle and Rob. You know that.
Oh yes, yeah. Great support from Jane and
Danielle. Jane is really trying.
She's a trooper. Jane, have you got anyone else here? Are they here, the other two, or not?
I can't see anybody.
Oh, okay. So it was Charles, was it? But anyway, if you're watching, really, really well done. Who were the other two? It was Charles,
and Tina and Olawase.
So well done, Charles, Tina, and Olawase as well for getting to team leader in February. That was amazing. And for me, I've got to share this as well, which makes it all sound very selfish, but I'm going to say it anyway. So I was on holiday in Lanzarote. Ray and I sneaked away for 5 days. And while we were there, 3 team leaders broke in Jane's team. So we had 3 new team leaders while I was on the beach. So if you've read the book Beach Money, it actually is true. It's a true story. If you keep going in this business, you will get to the point where you are sitting on the beach and making money. And that's what was happening. And it was absolutely fantastic. Oh, Magda says she can't hear. She's going to go away and come back again. Okay, fantastic. So well done, team. Team leader actually is a really key building block. So again, for the new people, if you're wondering how you get to team leader, that means you have to have a minimum of 10 personal customers. And then you have 3 separate legs in your business under you, and they all need to be QD. And then you have 50 customers between you. All right. So that's how you get to team leader. And if you get there in a certain time frame, in fact, if you hit all the bonuses on the way in the certain time frame, there's £950 worth of bonuses to get to team leader. And I'm guessing some of these guys we've just heard from have hit all those bonuses because they've done it in a very timely fashion. So absolutely brilliant. Well done. Right. We're going to just now jump and have a little look at the top customer gatherers and the top recruiters in February. Oh, hi, it's Chris. That was me. I could hear me coming out of Chris's screen. That was weird. Anyway, so top customer gatherer for February was AO. Well done, AO. We just heard from AO and 9 personal customers in February. So that's amazing.
Really? I don't even know.
You didn't know, did you? Big round of applause for AO. That's
just great.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
And then there was a bunch of people on 6 customers, which is pretty cool as well. So that was Oggy Chukwu, Jody, Kemi, and Iloma. So they all had 6 customers each. So big round of applause to all of them. Well done for 6. That's great. I'm not going to go through everybody, obviously, because we would be here all night. But I will then also mention a few people that got 5 personal customers, which is Marianne, Fiseo, and Sean. So well done, you guys. Again, a lot of those are brand new people that are coming in and getting out there and hitting their list and going and signing up people. So I'm going to come to one of those people, our lovely senior team leader in the business, Jodie Williamson from Somerset, works for the NHS. And Jodie is going to talk to us about how she is not an expert at all in social media, but she's been doing some things and getting some results and getting in front of a few more people. So Jodie, you're muted, so you have to unmute yourself. Over to you. Tell us about what you've been doing and how you've actually increased your customer numbers recently.
So I think I kind of looked at my time because there was a light bulb moment. I think you've told it a couple of times about how long people have been in the business and kind of what I wanted to achieve. So I really had to then look at the time I've got. And social media is something that actually I know has worked. I've seen at events, people have talked about social media. So I did have a business page on Facebook that I've been using. I've been putting posts on, but I haven't really been getting anywhere. And I wasn't really sure how it all connects, you know, and how it's really hard to add people. And then it was after, I think it was a meeting the other day or some training, I just thought, right, I'm going to set up an Instagram page. And I set it up and I literally invited all my contacts because actually right now, I actually don't care who I invite. I want to tell everybody. There was a time when I wasn't sure if I wanted to invite people or, you know, let them know what I'm doing. But right now, I just want to tell everybody. So I set up this Instagram page. So I will say that actually this is my 3rd Instagram page because I have one for personal, I have one for my gym work, and then I have one for UW. But actually, that's not a bad thing, because I've built up a foundation of different contacts, and I've actually invited them all to the page. Instantly, it's been way more responsive. There's more people using Instagram than any of the other platforms, I think. And I've managed to get referrals. I'm at the gym and people are asking what I'm doing. Tonight I signed up somebody at the gym as well, you know, and now there's actually a few of them that are arguing over referrals. So the person I signed up tonight, they said, no, I told him about it. And I said, well, actually, no, it was the other person, which is a fantastic place to be. And now, so with the posts, so I kind of learned actually you need to be consistent. So there was a personal trainer I followed called James Smith. You may or may not know him. He went to kind of an event where he said the thing is to be consistent. So I make sure that I post or I put something on the story every single day. But the difference I've made with the Instagram page to Facebook is that I'm using my face. So I've never liked to do that before. So I'm using my face. It's way more relatable. I'm telling people about the business, because my drive now is for partners. So I'm telling them how it fits into my life, you know, how everything's changing. So it's not just about saving money on bills. And the next phase is I'm going to start doing testimonials, because there's quite a lot of traffic now. And I think that's just going to add value and just build up the referrals. So it's all very exciting. That's my plan.
Brilliant. Well done, Jodie. And what did you do this week or last week as well? What have you just ordered?
Oh yeah, I've ordered my mini. Yeah, that is super exciting actually, because it's just free advertising, and it's fantastic. Yeah, can't wait.
Can you explain to everyone, Jodie, what you need to do or be or have in order to order your UW Mini?
So you need 75 personal customers, and then you have to have sufficient residual income to then make payments. Right,
and you need to be team leader, I think, don't you? Yeah, and team leader, at least team leader. Obviously, you're senior team leader. That's brilliant. Well done. Can't wait for that. And Jackie, can you unmute yourself just quickly and just say hello?
Evening all.
Evening. So Jackie, I'm gonna talk a bit more about the day you are picking up, but you're picking up your car soon, aren't you?
Yeah, 28. So it's taken 2 years
well
to get
done.
in.
Well done. Big round of applause for Jackie as well for getting her Mini, because that's going to be awesome. I'm going to come back to that date in a minute, Jackie, but that is absolutely fantastic.
Okay.
You know, Jackie's put on a fair few customers the last couple of months with a broken hip and all sorts of chaos going on around her. So absolutely amazing. There's no excuses not to keep building the business, whatever's going on. So well done, Jackie. Right, okay, brilliant. So, you know, literally that was just the top few customer gatherers. Obviously, as I said, we had just under 250 new customers in February, which is amazing. 250 families saving money. So well done to all of you, you know, who signed up a customer or even had a conversation about it. That's absolutely brilliant. So we're going to talk about, oh, actually, before we do that, Danielle, I just want to come to Danielle. I mean, look at her. She's like, no, leave me alone, go away. If I tell her she doesn't turn up. So there we are. I want to say a massive well done to Danielle. Danielle, what date did you join the business?
12th of March.
12th of March last year. So we're getting very close to your anniversary. And how many group customers have you got?
I think it was 611 yesterday. I think it's on 621.
621 group customers in under a year. Big round of applause for Danielle and team, because that is absolutely incredible. I know you new people might not realize the importance of that, but you know, that's basically building a business that's very close to what we call group leader in a year is a fantastic achievement. So really, really well done. And talk about Mrs. Consistent Posting. Danielle is very, very consistent with her social media posting, and that's definitely helped you have a stream, hasn't it, of people that know 100%. What you're doing.
I might need to try the Instagram thing a bit more though.
yeah, I saw you taking notes. I was like Danielle will be on Instagram tomorrow. I can see it happening. That's brilliant. Well done, brilliant. Okay, so we're gonna just talk about recruiting now. So obviously we talked about customer gathering. To get to all the levels in the business, you have to get competent at gathering customers and building a team. All right, that's the two things that we need to learn how to do. There are 4 key skills actually. So if you want to write this down, if you want to be super successful, and UW, there are 4 things that you need to learn to get good at and to be confident in, and to just keep investing in your training and working out how to do it. So number 1 is gathering customers, right? There's lots of training, lots of help on that. Gathering customers means having those conversations, you know, building your list, being visible, if that's what you want to do on social media. There's lots of different ways of getting in front of people, and we will help you with all of that. The key is to find the thing that you like doing, because if you like it, you'll do it willingly. So find the thing you like doing and do lots of it. But try everything. We have like a bit of a menu, don't we, of different things you can do to gather customers. And I would suggest you try everything, particularly if you want to lead a big team, because people will ask you how to do it. So you need to know, but you'll find the thing that you really enjoy and works well for you, and then just do lots of it. So gathering customers, number 1. Recruiting partners is number 2. What we do is show the presentation. It's not up to us whether they become a customer or a partner, but obviously if you're actively recruiting, if you think about building a team, you're going to have different conversations with people. And, you know, you can do some advertising for partners. You can be openly talking about that on your social media. Tell a story, like Jodie said, testimonials, stories of how the business is helping people. That's really, really key. So gathering customers, recruiting partners. Number 3 is getting your new team off to a flying start. So supporting and training your new team members, that is absolutely key. And that's what you need to learn if you're going to have a big business and walk away income. It's teaching to teach. All right. So you learn it, you pass it on. We're never greedy in this business. We don't keep things to ourselves. If you learn anything new, you pass it on. The quicker you pass it on to a team member and teach them as well, the wealthier you'll be and the quicker you'll be. All right. So teach to teach. And then number 4 is attending and promoting events. So this is an event tonight. I know it's a bit rubbish, we're on Zoom, but it's sort of an event. So well done for being here. This is an event. The more events you attend and the more trainings you attend, you're always going to pick up those little nuggets of information, but it's not about you. Again, it comes right back to what I just said now. For you to make super big money, for you to build a big team, it's not about you being on this call tonight. It's about you getting your team on this call tonight. All right. So, you know, the really important thing is to dig deep and make sure that you are actively promoting all the events and getting as many teams to the events as you can, because you will get bored of hearing me. But, you know, if I can get you all to that big event at Power Up in April, which I'm going to try very hard to get you all there, you're going to hear some amazing, amazing speakers, and everybody relates to different people. So if you want to build a big business, you need to put your team in front of different people so they can hear things in a different way. All right, because different things will relate. So that's the 4 key skills. If you get those 4 things sorted, you're going to have a lifestyle of your dreams. All right. And the quicker you do it, the quicker it will happen. So talking about recruiting, we've got a pretty good thing going in our team at the moment, I have to say, with recruiting. And that's something that we started 3 or 4 years ago, focusing on building the team, recruiting, and it's really coming to fruition now. So I'm just going to give a few people a shout out here. So our top recruiter in February on a massive 10 partners was my sister Liz. So let's everyone give Liz, woo, well done Liz. 10 partners in February, that's pretty cool. We're going to hear from Liz in a minute. In second place for recruiting in February, you know, no surprise really, is Danielle. So well done Danielle, second place on 9 partners, fantastic. And then in third place is Jane with 6 partners. So well done, Jane, absolutely fantastic. And then on 4 partners was Shauna, Marie, and myself. So well done, Shauna, well done, Shauna, well done, Marie. So you'll hear the same names a little bit when it comes to recruiting. So the question is, you need to be asking them, what are you doing? So we're going to speak to Liz now, because Liz recruited 10 in February, but she's already recruited 3 in March, and we're on the 2nd. So there's something going on there. Liz, can you just explain to everyone what your system is? I know that you do have access to sort of, you know, maybe a few more leads than some of us for obvious reasons through what you do, but it's about your system and what you've been doing. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course. That's fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So whether I've got access to other leads or not, the system for me with Utility Warehouse is exactly the same. So I invite someone to have a look at an opportunity to earn some more money. whether that's through my existing network, whether that's through an ad, whether that's through social media or whatever, I just say, here's an opportunity, do you want to talk about it? And from that point on, the system is exactly the same. So I email somebody, or I text, or I call, depending on, well, I do all three actually. Every single time I do all three. So I send an email, someone gives me an inquiry, or I have a conversation with someone and I say, okay, let me send you some information. And I just send the information. And the information is always an invitation to the opportunity presentation. Every single time. I understand. Oh, sorry, that's Siri telling me he's not sure if he understands. But anyway.
Just come along, Siri, we'll tell you all about it.
Exactly. That's it. So my response to however that inquiry comes in is attend the virtual opportunity presentation. I know we don't call it that anymore. We call it an info meeting.
The info meetings that Jane and I ran, that's what it is. Yeah.
So my bog standard response is come to one of those meetings. That's what I say. Just come to the meeting. And then I give them an option of dates. I don't share the login, Celia's Zoom or Jane's Zoom as it is at the moment. Login. I just say, which one do you want to attend? Then I send them another message, whether it's by text or email or whatever, to say, here's the information, I'll see you there. That's it. And that's what I do. I do that literally at the moment 30 times a day. So I say, I've got this opportunity for you to earn some more money if you're interested. They say, yes, I'm interested. I say, this is the next step. You've got to attend this opportunity presentation. I call it a webinar. Come along to the webinar, have a look at the information. If you like it, brilliant, whatever. It's very much, this is the process. So I'm happy to have a chat with you. I'm happy to whatever, but this is the process. So 13 partners in 3 weeks.
Yeah, which is incredible. So for those of you who don't know, most of you will, but so Jane and I run a short, we call them now a UW info meeting, like an information meeting. It could be an opportunity presentation, it doesn't matter what you call it. It's a 15-minute short presentation, might go on for half an hour if there's questions, where we show the opportunity, and it's working really, really well. Jane is absolutely brilliant at doing the presentation, and we literally are having people join every day that have come to that presentation. So Liz, for example, some people, she's not speaking to them at all until they've been, because it's all email, isn't it, sometimes, or text, you can't get hold of them. They come to the presentation. In fact, a couple of you on here will have come through that with Megan, I think, for example. That's exactly what happened. Megan came along to the presentation and signed up on the night, I think, didn't you, Megan? And and we've now signed up our first customer, and you're up and running, which is fantastic. So it really works. But for all of you, it's such a good way of leveraging your time. That's why we started doing it, because we were having people interested, and we were doing presentation after presentation. In lockdown, we were just absolutely exhausted. We're going through the presentation a million times for people that are interested. And of course, this is a great way for all of you to leverage your time. You can invite them along. We'll do the presentation for you. But the important thing, of course, is in the follow-up. We always say the fortune is in the follow-up. So it's following up with the people that don't attend, because they say they will and they don't. You're going to get lots of that. And then, of course, it's following up with the people that do attend. So a really good idea is to send the registration link to them while they're on the meeting, or at the end of the meeting, so that it's really, really easy for them to register. Thank you, Liz. She's keeping me very busy, because then I'm stepping in and helping at the moment, because Liz is a full-time recruitment consultant. So this is her, she has to be really organized, because you don't have very much time, do you, for this? So that's why it's like, no, a very clear system.
I don't have a lot of time, to be honest, but I've been a partner in Utility Warehouse for 13 years, just 1 year less than Celia. And to Celia's frustration, I have picked it up and dropped it again like 5 million times in those years. But because of the situation with the energy crisis, with the bills going up and all the rest of it, I saw towards the end of last year, this is a real brilliant opportunity to genuinely help people. Not that I didn't think we were helping people before, but I also think if you can get a system that works within your capabilities, within what you're comfortable doing, and then just keep doing it over and over again, it'll work. And I am absolute perfect example of that, because 13 partners in 3 weeks is amazing. And I've just followed my own system within the UW system. That's all I've done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much indeed. So well done, Liz. And that's really good. And, you know, something there that we can all do. It literally is about how many people you're going to invite. We know it is a bit of a numbers game. The more people that you get to see the presentation, the more people are going to join your business. You know, it's as simple as that. The more customers you're going to get, the more partners you're going to get. And obviously, when you're new, we talk about, you know, inviting people along just as a practice. You're practicing a presentation, just come and have a look. And that does work really well. Fantastic. Right. I always say that we're only going to be an hour in these meetings. We're getting close to 9 o'clock, but thank you so much for everyone that's contributed tonight, because it's really lovely to hear from different people and such a mix of people, and, you know, people doing different things, which is absolutely key. So I just want to talk about a couple of events before we wrap up. Firstly, those info meetings, I will sort out the dates. I've put the dates in my diary, and we'll get a message out tonight or first thing tomorrow with all the meetings for next week. Jane always does them at the same time because she's amazing. I don't, because I'm running around and I have different things going on. But we always give them to you sort of the Friday before the following week. All right. So you'll have a bit of notification of when they are to invite people along to them. And I've got a couple of, one exciting thing I wanted to say actually. So there was quite a few of you in London and in the London area, I noticed. Not that you have to be in London to come along for this. So Jackie is picking up her Mini on the 28th of March from head office in London on the Edgware Road. And I've organised for us to gate crash. Anyone that would like to come, Steve Critchley is doing a day, a sort of one of his partner days. It's like a partner experience day and a bit of training. Steve Critchley, by the way, is our top earner in Utility Warehouse. He's a national network leader and he earns around £70,000 a month. So if you would like to find out how to earn £70,000 a month, I suggest you come along to this day in London on March the 28th, if you possibly can. Now, I've just booked my ticket because I've only just confirmed with Steve that it was okay for us to do that. And there were only 18 tickets left on the system. It's £5 and that goes to charity, but you get lunch as well when you're there. All right. So it's a day at head office. Who's been to head office that's here on the call with me? Debbie's been. Debbie, unmute yourself. Why should everyone go to head office?
Because it's amazing. you get to go up the steps, the promotion steps. Sorry, my dad's just giving me chocolate.
I know, that was so mean of me to ask you to speak because I saw you had a mouthful of food. Come on, you do.
They got brilliant minis in the front that they've made into sofas. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just lovely just to go up there and meet everyone. And if you're lucky, you get to see Andrew Lindsay.
That's a big job when we get to see Andrew. We usually have one of the directors drop in, don't we, to see us and all of that. And
it was an amazing day out. Yeah, really good.
Okay.
And we'll try and get there.
Brilliant. All right. So I'm not sure yet whether from the Somerset lot, I'm not sure if I'm going up and back in the day or I might go up the night before and stay. But I will have a couple of spaces in the Tesla, I'm sure, if anyone wants to jump in. Whatever.
Me.
So there we are. So anyone from Somerset, let me know if you want to come. But if you want anyone, I know there's quite a few London guys on here, and it doesn't know how new you are. It is a massive thing for changing your belief and sealing the deal in terms of what you think this company is all about when you actually go to head office and see how they run their customer service teams and see how important customer service is to them and all of that stuff. So please come if you can. March 28th. So it's nhqdaywithsteve.co.uk is how you book your tickets. As I said, I've just been on there now. There was only 18 left. So hopefully some of you will come. If we do run out, if we have more than that, I'm sure he'll squeeze more people in. So that's that day. That's March the 28th. And then I'm going to talk yet again about Power Up. And I will not rest talking about Power Up until I get all of you to book your tickets. Can you put in the chat, please, if you have booked your Power Up ticket and one word about why you're looking forward to going. So if you have booked your Power Up ticket, well done, Kishana, absolutely fantastic. Going for the buzz, and Kishana's quite new, but did go to a kickoff event and liked it, booked, and it's amazing. Or but Debbie, Andrew Lindsay, because Julie wants to see Andrew, so she's going to Power Up. Journey, excited, well done, well done. Well done, Megan. Megan booked her Power Up ticket the day she joined. That is the sign of a star. basically successful people go to Power Up and these big events, and in fact would never miss one. So if you really, really want to make some serious money out of this, you need to be at that event. But do you remember what I said earlier? Actually, I'll put the link for that in here as well, because some people have just joined and may not know how to book their tickets. So uwlink.com/power-up is the link to book the tickets. It's £20 including lunch. But if you get to qualified distributor star before the event, they give you your £20 back. Emma, don't worry about it, you're going to get there and get back. We will find a way. There is the purple, Team Purple are out there, making sure we can get everyone there and back. Now, Jane, how far are you travelling to Power Up this year?
About 4,000 miles or something.
So Jane is coming,
4.5 hours in a plane.
Jane's coming from Rhodes to Power Up just because she knows she needs to be there. So I don't think any of us have any excuse at all. You can take children. You do have to pay for a ticket for them unless they're literally on your lap, because obviously they will still get fed and they need a seat, but they are allowed. So if you really can't get childcare, then that's an option. So get your tickets booked, but remember, it's not just about you. It's about making sure all your team are there, because I promise you, if you are there and you're there, you're experiencing it, you're blown away by it all, and you look left and right, and you've got team members, but you haven't taken the time to persuade them to go, you will be absolutely gutted, because you will want all of your team to be in that room. All right, I promise you. So I know it's hard. Some of you have only just joined, some of you haven't even been to a UW event, but that is the big one. That is the big one. Power Up is the big one. It's when the directors tell us about their plans, not just for next year, but their vision for the next 5, 10, 15 years. Speakers, recognition, it's going to be amazing. Fantastic. All right, so we do have the team leader group where I'm encouraging all the team leaders to reach out to their team and get people booked. I haven't checked today, but we are about on half the number that I would like to get there. So I'm going to work very, very hard in March. So expect a phone call from me if you haven't booked your ticket. I shouldn't say that, should I? They won't answer. They're not going to talk to me now. Fantastic. Right. Okay. That's brilliant. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us tonight. I hope you found that useful. Anyone got anything to say or any questions before we wrap up? Have I forgotten anything? Or has anyone got any burning questions? All I would say is if February was good, let's make March even better. We have got price increases on the horizon. You know, April the 1st, prices go up again for everybody, and everyone's going to lose that £66 a month government support. So absolutely everybody you speak to who isn't a customer yet needs to switch. All right, so go out there, share the news. Let's get rocking and rolling. Hopefully see some of you on March the 28th, and I'll see all of you on April the 22nd, but we will have another meeting first Thursday in April. All right, so get that date in your diary. Brilliant. All right, everyone, well done. Onwards and upwards. Thanks, Jane, for your interviewing, and I'll see you all later. All right.
Thanks, Celia. Thanks, everyone.
Yes, you can, Anika. Sorry, I just saw your question in the chat. Yes, you can be self-employed and employed at the same time. Where is she? She's still here. Oh, yeah, you are there. Yeah. Anika, we'll catch up tomorrow. I know you did your fast start and all
yeah,
that.
Okay. Thank you.
Shout in the morning, all right? Brilliant.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.